Baking pancakes, making bacon pancakes. Get some bacon and put it in a pancake. Bacon pancakes.
Well, the wait is finally over, and we are reviewing the iRay Bravo right here on the HansETX YouTube channel right now. Hey y'all, it's Hans. Welcome back. Again this week we got another review, and I'm telling you, this is an exciting one. A lot of people have been asking about the iRay Bravo. Man, it was announced that this scope was going to be coming out. This thermal is going to be coming out several months ago, and people calling all the time, hey, when's it coming out? What do you know about it? People want to know, obviously, information before they make their purchase, and this is a great option for somebody out there. We're going to talk about, of course, I know you got to see some hunting videos with it. You're going to get to see rolling thermal video as a talk here, running down the specs. We're going to take a look at this whole thing, walk around the whole thing, give you a chance to look at it before you buy. And I'm going to tell you, before we jump into it, if you want to talk to me, if you are trying to buy a scope, if you don't know what to do, a lot of guys will say, hey, I can't just go down to the store and go into a sporting goods store and look through all these different scopes to make a decision on what to buy. You kind of just have to rely on people that have used all these scopes. You can call me directly. You can call me at 877-350-1818. Ask for Hans and say, hey, I want to find out the differences between the Bravo and the Bolt TL35 in comparison, or whatever scopes. I've used them all. I use every scope that we test here, obviously on the HansETX YouTube channel, and also with Outdoor Legacy Gear. So if you're looking to purchase, you can hop on over to OutdoorLegacyGear.com. We sell just about everything in the thermal and night vision world over there on that website. But you can call me directly, 877-350-1818. I'll help you out. I know it's a lot. There's a lot of options, and this is one more option thrown in the mix, and this is a great one. So this is the iRay Bravo. We're going to run down the specs, give you a chance to get a good look at this scope, and then we'll talk about who it might be good for, and is this scope right for you. So starting with the specs, let's go. This is a 384 by 288 thermal core resolution. It's a 12 micron. So if you have any questions about what resolution and micron and all that means, the more micron, the more resolution, the better. It's just like a TV. The more pixels on a TV, the better the picture image. With micron level, the lower the micron level, the better the picture image. Micron is the measurement between the center of one pixel to the center of the next pixel over. So the smaller that gap, the smaller that distance, the more crisp the image is going to be. So that's what micron. The lower the number, the better. It's a 50 hertz refresh rate, so it means scanning it side to side, you're not going to have any type of loss in picture, or not refreshing, or not being able to keep up with the movement of the scope. It means it's going to be able to keep up with any movement that you're doing. It's a 35 millimeter focusable objective lens, so you'll be able to focus the image, get a real good tight picture on this thing. It starts out on 3 power base magnification, so it's very important. Base magnification is very important as you decide on what optic to purchase. And then it's a 4x digital zoom. So digital zoom meaning, and for all of you that don't know this, with thermal scopes and with digital scopes, every time you double the magnification, you're cutting your resolution in half. So you're basically taking away half of your pixels, which definitely affects your picture image. So something to consider as well. I tell people all the time, you want to buy an optic that you rarely ever have to magnify the image. That's a key point in the decision-making process. The detection range is 1,750 yards. The viewfinder screen resolution, so that's definitely different than the thermal core resolution, but the viewfinder screen resolution is a 1280 by 960. There's 7 different reticle types. There's really 4 different reticle color choices to choose from. It comes with a very awesome, very great American Defense Manufacturing quick release QD, locking QD mount. Very important. This mount is high quality. In my opinion, American Defense Manufacturing makes the best mounts in the industry. That's why they're used on many thermal scopes, and manufacturers choose to go with them. They just make the best quality. Got a good scope, get you a good mount. Make sure you don't have any problems with holding zero or banging around or any of that kind of stuff. Get you a good mount, and this one comes with it, which is even better. It does have picture-in-picture display. It says it's got a statometric rangefinder. That's just a very basic way to measure distance to an animal. That is not an uncommon feature with a lot of scopes out there. I would not buy a scope just because it had that, because most of them do, and it's tends to be not extremely accurate, but it's in there nonetheless. It does have onboard video recording, does not record audio. It does have a very good app, the InfraRay Outdoor app on the App Store or whatever phone you have. Very good app. The videos download very quick onto that app. I used it a bunch while testing the scope. Also, if you want to see live video through the scope video on your phone or tablet, you can do so with that app, and you can record what you're seeing on the screen through that app, and that's where you can record your audio, because this doesn't record audio. There's no mic in the scope, but you can record it from your device, so that helps, and it makes things. A lot of people ask me where I get my audio for the videos. Sometimes it's through my phone, other times it might be through an app, something like that, but the app on this connects really well, stays connected. Might be one of the best apps in the business right now. If that matters to you. A lot of people don't care. You don't want to buy a scope because it has a good app, but it's always a plus. So this one very interesting, cool feature. It has a magnetic charge or magnetic port here for a cable. So if you're running an external battery pack, and to let you know, this runs on 2 CR123 batteries, gets about 4 to 4.5 hours of runtime with it. If you want to run an external battery pack, normally there's a USB port where you plug into there and you plug it into your external battery pack. This is actually a magnetic, so it comes with a cord with a magnet on it. It just kind of rests on there, it holds on through magnetization. And you say, well, why does that matter? What's the big significance of that? If you thermal hunt enough and you've got some cord hanging out the side of your scope and you're getting your rifle out of the truck or putting it in or whatever, a lot of times you'll hit that cord, and because it's locked in there, because it's a plug, a USB plug, it'll break that end off in the port. It'll damage it, a lot of different things. But that magnetic port, well, if you snag it on something, you hit it on something, it's just going to pull it off. It's not going to break it. It's not going to hurt it. It's going to stay. Very great idea, because I've done it. I've destroyed cords by banging them or snagging them on something. So that really great idea with this, and to be able to put that on there is just attention to detail, and this scope is full of it, and we'll talk more about that. As far as the other specs, I mean, if there's anything else that you want to know, let me know. It's weighs 21.2 ounces. The size is 7 7/8 long by almost 3 inches in diameter. The big thing is the warranty. 5-year warranty with a 5 business day repair or replace guarantee. That's huge. That's a big deal in this industry right now, and it's caused iRay to be very successful in a short amount of time. That's 5 years of peace of mind to know that if something goes wrong with your scope, that you will be taken care of. Also important to work with a good dealer, a reputable dealer, a dealer that is dedicated to this industry, that does it full time, and make sure that you deal with people that have with companies that have good relationships with the manufacturers. So that's also important. So let's do a walk around. I know I've been talking a lot doing the specs, but the scope itself, there's a lot of things worth being said. Adjustable eyepiece diopter focus. First thing you focus when you get the scope out of the box, it's going to be that eyepiece. That's if you wear corrective lenses, glasses, whatever, you want to focus the image here first to your eye prescription or whatever. All of us are somewhat different, but focus that first, then you turn and focus your objective lens focus right here. So very important. This is they call it a gray matted or gray matte textured housing, and it really is. It feels a lot different than another thermal scope. It's kind of rough, a little bit. What they call textured, but it's gray. I can't think of any other thermal scope right now, right off the top of my head, that I've tested or looked at in the last several years that wasn't black. So gray scope, kind of cool, man. If you got a gray rifle, that would look great on it. I mean, just a really clean, cool design. This is you can see it's a very small thermal scope. A lot of people use these as monoculars for backup scopes or buddy scope. That rough design and the texture on it allows it to make it easier to hold on to, not to slip, especially if you're hanging out the side by side or hanging out the window somewhere. It's got raised tactile buttons right here. So at night, operating at night, you can feel and kind of let you know what button you're on. The menu button's got two little knobs on it. The off button's got one, and the other button's got one. So 3 buttons on top, easy to operate, easy to maneuver and get through. I will tell you this, with all of these cool upgrades and attention to detail, it's a basic scope. I mean, it's not overcomplicated to use. A lot of people are concerned about that. A lot of guys are like, I don't like technology, electronics, intimidate me. I would say with this, it's not overly complicated. And, if you ever have any questions with operating a scope, you can always, especially if you're a customer of ours, a customer of mine, definitely call me because we've got a lot of experience with this stuff. So ADM mount, American Defense Manufacturer mount, like we talked about, it's a, one throw lever, very small footprint on top of an AR or a bolt action rifle. You really don't need much Picatinny rail at all to be able to fit this on, but just an overall, just really cool looking scope. And, I will tell you, it's got a great picture. So you've seen the video, 384 resolution, 12 micron, 3 power. This scope, 3 power scopes. If you started out watching me on YouTube making videos 4 and 5 years ago, you can kind of see my progression from what started with 1.6 power and moving up to higher magnification. Now I'm regularly using scopes with 3 power or sometimes 3.5 power. Yes, a lot of it is I'm getting a little older. My eyes aren't as great as they used to be. But even more than that, I coyote hunt. Gosh, I probably coyote hunt now more than I even pig hunt. I love it. I think to me it's a challenge. It's fun. I love calling in coyotes. And so the higher base magnification for me gives me an advantage shooting coyotes at longer ranges. A small target, a lot smaller than a hog. When I'm hog hunting, it's usually shooting hogs at 40, 50, 60 yards at the max most of the time. Coyote hunting, it could be anywhere from 20 to 30 yards if you're lucky, all the way out to a couple hundred. So the 3 power is perfect for me. Somebody like you, if you like to hog and coyote hunt, it's a great option. If you like to coyote hunt exclusively, still 3 power is a great magnification to start out at. And if you are a pig hunter and you're hunting over feeders, or if you feel like your eyes are not as great as they used to be, and having that 3 power with with a little bit larger, that the target's going to look a little bit larger in the viewfinder screen because it's got more magnification. This is definitely something to take a look at. I did not give you all the price. The price on it, $34.99. I'm going to tell you, a great deal. I always forget to do the price in the specs. I don't know why. I've got it all listed out and written down. $3,500 for the scope. Great deal. Kind of puts it right in the middle of that thing. Well, obviously, exactly in the middle of that the $3,000 to $4,000 range. But there's a lot of competition in that range. That's why so many of y'all are calling and saying, "Hey, what do I get?" You got the iRay Bravo in that same category, and You got the iRay Ricoh MK1 384 at 4 power at 4,000. How does this stack up? How does it compare? What should I get? And also comparing those scopes against other brands, the Bravo and all that. But what I like about this scope, what I really like about it is picture quality is really, really good. ID range on this thing is going to be, conservatively 300 yards, and could even go well out past that. 400 or 500 yards in some cases. With that 3 power, it's a very crisp picture, very good image. The American Defense Manufacturing mount, man, you put an ADM mount on something and that butters me up. I'm gonna tell you, I love it, and that's when I see that on there, I know that a scope and a manufacturer invested some money into making sure that they got some good accessories on there. Records video, love it, always like that. Wish it recorded audio, but with the app, it makes it a little bit better. InfraRay Outdoor app, another positive, great app, use it a lot. It's awesome. The app is awesome. And then I would say, to top it all off, I would be remiss if I didn't mention again the 5-year warranty with a 5 business day repair or replace guarantee. Worth noting, worth knowing about, and also worth taking in consideration. So with all that being said, this is a great optic. A lot of people have already purchased this. This thing's not brand new out on the market. I've hunted with this thing for quite a while, and I do that. You probably know that my reviews aren't the first reviews out on the internet. That's for a reason. I hunt with these optics most of the time, no less than 100 hours out in the field before you even see the review. And it's not about being the first out on the internet with a review to get views. It's about delivering as much factual information about the scope as I possibly can. That way, when you call me, I can give you my best assessment as somebody that's used it for dozens of hours out in the field versus other scopes that I've also used. So I appreciate y'all watching the reviews. Thank you so much for subscribing. Hopefully what you see here is all the latest and greatest breaking news in the night vision and thermal industry. We got so many more scopes to talk about, so many more reviews to do coming up. It seems like every video is a review, and I'm having to put my hunts in there as well to combine it because there's just so much new stuff coming out. Got a new scope that we're announcing again this week, a night vision scope. So, a lot going on, y'all. And I'm telling you, as we go into the winter of 2021 and SHOT Show coming up, it's just this industry is unbelievable. But like I said before, if you're interested in purchasing, need purchasing advice, you can talk to me directly, 877-350-1818. You can also talk to Jason. Jason is a co-host along with me of the Late Night Vision Show podcast that you can find every Thursday on our YouTube channel over there. We got almost 7,000 subscribers now in almost 200 episodes talking about nothing but hog hunting, coyote hunting, night vision, and thermal hunting over there. That's the Late Night Vision Show podcast. Also want to give a special shout out to somebody. I don't do this very often, so I don't remember a time that I've ever done this, but I want to give a special shout out to my younger cousin, much younger than me, but a very good young man. He has created a YouTube channel, and I want to invite all of you to go over and check it out. To have a young man like this interested in the outdoors, not making a bunch of videos about video games or other things. He's dedicated to the outdoors, been dedicated to the outdoors his whole life, growing up in the Boy Scout program. It's just a testament to how good his parents are. And my younger cousin, Robbie White, he's got a YouTube channel. It's called Mr. Scout Fishing. I'm going to put a link to his YouTube channel in the description of this video. Invite y'all to go check it out. Again, seeing young people get into outdoors like this really makes me happy. To see him do this, really excited. So if you're so inclined, go check that out. But thank y'all for watching. Please continue to subscribe, support the HansETX YouTube channel, and we'll be back with more very, very soon. So y'all take care. You stay safe in the fields. Keep making them bacon pancakes.